What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we're taking a look at the brand new GoPro Hero5 Black, which I'm pretty excited to check out. There's a lot of new stuff about this. A few little tidbits of specs. Well, we have 12 megapixel photos, which is cool. You know, GoPro photos, not always the best anyway, but we do have 4K video, so we have 4K at 30 frames per second. Now, the biggest feature about this thing has to be that it's waterproof. So you have waterproofing up to 33 feet, or I guess down to 33 feet. And that's pretty awesome. So no longer do you have to worry about buying some big bulky housing for this thing. It's actually waterproof right out of the box. Now it's time to go fruit ninja on this box. All right, yeah. This thing looks like so much different. Let's bust open this box here. You got your standard books and everything, nothing nobody ever really cares about. So one thing I did know about this is the introduction of a USB Type-C connector for charging and syncing and stuff like that. So my micro USB cords are kind of phasing out, which is completely fine with me. We also do have here some little standard mounts with the 3M adhesive, which are nice to have in case you want to mount the GoPro on anything. And we have a battery. So out of all these cool features with the GoPro Hero5 Black, one thing that did disappoint me is the battery. So we have a different battery here. Did you really have to change the battery? Granted, it does have more capacity than the previous one, which is a nice thing. So you're gonna get hopefully longer battery life out of that, but it's completely different. So you cannot use the older GoPro batteries with the newer GoPro, but let's go ahead and take off the GoPro here. There we go. I don't know what this little plastic thing that fell off is. Probably just something to hold it in place. But this is the Hero5, and it's got a cool design to it. So there's actually a little casing around here. It's kind of like the skeleton case that they had. I believe that's what it's called for the Hero 4. So here we go with the actual GoPro Hero5. And I mean, as you can see, this thing has a drastically different design from its predecessor. I mean, it's very, very different. There's actually a touchscreen built in on the back, which is awesome. You had Hero 4 Black and you had Hero 4 Silver. Now Hero 4 Silver had an LCD screen on the back, but it did not shoot 4K. So you had to buy the Hero 4 Black if you wanted 4K, and then you had to buy the LCD backpack, which was like an arm and a leg just to get like a decent, you know, setup like this. Well, with the Hero 5, we have everything here. And I'm about to test this thing out. It's got like a rubbery feel to it. It's actually pretty cool though. It feels like it's gonna be easier to grip if I'm just kind of like run and gunning with this and like vlogging or whatever you wanna do. Now, one of the biggest features on this GoPro is the fact that it has video stabilization, electronic video stabilization, which is huge. Yes, it's a wide angle, so it compensates for shake a little bit, but with video stabilization, everything should be pretty buttery smooth. I've also noticed here that the SD card slot is on the inside of the housing, which obviously is because this thing is kind of waterproof. So it's under this little flap here where you store the battery at, which is cool. Pop the battery in for the first time and power. So we got red lights and beeping. Okay. We have a little LCD screen here on the front, which we're used to seeing on other generation GoPros like the Hero 4 right here next to it. And on the back, we have our touchscreen. All right, so I got the GoPro all set up and I really like the design of this thing over this. Like, this just feels way more durable than the Hero 4 Black, because we have this like shiny thing right here and it's all hard plastic, and this is like rubbery, so it almost feels like it's like it'll bounce a little bit. You don't want your camera to bounce, but if your camera's gonna fall, at least it's gonna have a little bounce to it instead of, you know, just flat on its thing. All right, so just digging into these settings real quick. I only have 14% battery life on the one that came in the box, but the video stabilization is not available for 4K. That's like, even the iPhone will do video stabilization on 4K video. And what I found out is if I go change the resolution to 2.7K, then I can actually have video stabilization enabled, which is cool, but it would be 10 times cooler if it was enabled at 4K. But let's go ahead and test out some footage here. All right, so here we are on the Hero5 Black. I'm not even sure why they call it the Hero5 Black, because there's only one trim. It's not like there's a silver and a black. Maybe they're gonna come out with other ones, I don't know. But here's the video quality. You can see that we're actually here at the office. The lighting is not super bright, but you can see what we have going on here with the camera setup. Right there, there's Anthony. And I don't know, you can just hear the audio quality. This is kind of semi-low light. It's not super low light because I do have some little lights up here, and there's light from the door and the window and stuff, but it'll give you a good idea on how this thing performs just kind of off the cuff like this. Real quick though, one comparison I did want to make here, if you want to have the touchscreen here on the Hero 4 Black and your touchscreen here on the Hero 5 Black, you can see the difference in thickness is actually pretty significant. So they've packed a lot more inside of the Hero 5 Black than the Hero 4 Black could, and I was never a big fan of having this bulky LCD backpack on here, so I'm so glad that I finally have a GoPro that can shoot 4K and also doesn't need this bulky freaking dive housing on it in order to be waterproof, which is a huge win in my opinion. In case you were wondering, you can use all of your other accessories for the GoPro Hero 5, like I have this little 3-in-1 tripod thing. The mounts on the actual little casing here are exactly the same, so you're not losing any ability to like mount your GoPro to any of the other accessories that use little proprietary mount that GoPro has, which is a good thing. The only bad thing, like I said, is the difference in the batteries. So that about wraps it up for the Hero 5 Black. I'm actually looking forward to testing this thing out in the long run and checking out the video quality and stuff. And if you wanna see a full review on this guy, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.